Hi, I just got back from a trip to Poland that I went on with my school. It was to connect with our Jewish past from the Holocaust, and everyone was making diaries, and I thought, you know what, forget it, it's too cold, I can't move my hands, so I'll make a vlog instead. So I'm just going to show you now my experience in Poland and how I connected with it. Okay, we just came out of the airport about, how long ago? 15 minutes ago? Yeah, 15 minutes ago. And it was exhausting. I didn't sleep last night. And now we're on our way to our first place that we're visiting, which is Krakow. Okay, so we are back after a long day. We went to the Jewish quarter today in what was it called again?
Krakow.
Krakow. And it was quite sad. We looked at cemeteries and old Jewish synagogues and stuff, but I was desperate for the toilet the whole time. So I wasn't as emotional as I could have been, which I'm quite disappointed about. So now we are in our rooms. We've just got to our hotel, and it's a nice hotel. And I'm eating my lassos.
There's a bowling alley downstairs.
Nice kosher food. There's a bowling alley downstairs. Yeah, and a football table. It's quite a cool hotel, judging by the standards of our school. I'm really disappointed because I've run out of Tim Tams and Lamingtons, which I brought, and like that's all I've eaten all day, which I feel really bad about now that I'm eating lassos, but whatever. I am sharing with Lena, say hi, and Tasha, see I said Tasha instead of Tash, and Esther, who is in the bathroom, I think. Actually, I'm not sure where she's gone. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, she's here. Say hi. She ran away. That was Esther. Yeah. So now we're going to have to go down for dinner. Then we're going to be... Then we're going to be spoken to by a Holocaust survivor. No.
Polish woman who
a Polish woman who helped
hide Jews.
Helped hide Jews.
Righteous within the nation.
No, righteous
within our nation.
I don't think that's what it is. Something else.
Something along that line.
Yeah, and then when it's really late, we're going out to a ghetto, which is going to be a bit worrying because it's so dark. And it's quite cold, so
quite
yeah,
cold.
Quite cold.
It is quite cold.
Alright, so hopefully if I have a next clip, it means I didn't turn into an icicle overnight. So bye.
Her parents and her were honored by medal for saving Jewish lives during the war.
Dam do oglądnięcia medal, dyplom i fotografię. Tu są Żydzi uratowani przez moich rodziców, a tu moi rodzice i proszę sobie to oglądać.
Now she will give you a medal and diploma and some pictures of saved Jews and her parents below.
Got back from the ghetto, which was like a really harrowing experience. Like we were in a square and there were just loads of chairs there, and we stood there and heard about how babies were thrown out of windows and stabbed, and like it was awful, and I think everybody cried, even the boys. And
oh my god,
yeah.
I literally when I see boys crying, I start crying because it's like, one, it's like the cutest thing in the world, and two, it's the saddest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it when boys cry.
Yeah.
They're so manly. I'm not even joking.
No, and then they were doing some singing, and it was just it was really sad and beautiful, and oh my god, it was just yeah. That's like day one over, and I've already been in tears. It's gonna be the same for every day, I think. Tomorrow we're going to Auschwitz, which yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll all be in tears like for the whole day. So we'll see how that goes. Everyone is exhausted. So today has been a very emotional day. We started off quite early in the morning, and we went off to Auschwitz 1, which was a labour camp, not a death camp. And what struck me there was that it looked so normal, but there were such awful things that happened, and it was much smaller than I expected. And then we were told a story, we were told some really awful stories about how, you know, there were experiments on women and the children, and there were like standing cells for people who like smoked a cigarette. And then we went off to Birkenau, which was the main death camp in Auschwitz, and it was massive, like I can't tell you, and it was like so empty. And we heard a story about how an experiment was done, and a mother was made to watch her baby die just as she'd given birth to it. And then, you know, we went to see the gas chambers, and we just thought how these people must have thought. They were probably thinking about their family and friends rather than, you know, like what's going on. And then it was just amazing, like outside the crematorium, which had been knocked down, we had a whole group of people saying Kaddish, which is the Jewish morning prayer. And then we saw the cattle cart, and it was just ridiculous to think that like 100 people were shoved into these tiny things in awful conditions. And then we heard a poem about what a survivor is like, and how it's not just what you see, you know, like you think everything's okay, but behind it, like everything they do in life is just completely messed up because of it. And then just the cold, like we were wrapped up so warm, and then we're walking around this place and we're complaining about the cold, and then you think this isn't even winter yet, and these poor people were like walking around in basically pajamas, and like there could be paroles for like 18 hours just standing still. It was ridiculous. So yeah, that was, but I didn't cry. I think just the shock of all that, like I just couldn't cry. And then after that we went to this place called Tarnow, and I don't understand what that was. They were just like, yeah, we're going here, fine. So we started walking into this wood, and by this time of day it was like pitch black. It was like you couldn't see a thing. And we're walking into this wood, and I was freaking out, like I could not see what was in front of me. And we turned left into this like little pathway, and I could tell there was like some kind of fence, but I didn't know what it was. And then some lights were shone on it, and it was a fence protecting a pit where 1,800 Jewish children were literally shot and just chucked into this pit. Like they weren't even dead, some of them, like some of them suffocated with the bodies just like being dumped on top of them. And like that was disgusting. Like I cried then, because I just like I couldn't understand how people could possibly just stand there and shoot like little 10-year-olds, like 5-year-olds, like these innocent little kids. and just murder them just like that. It was just unbelievable. So yeah, and then we got home. We got to this hotel like pretty late. Had dinner at like 11, and now it's like past 1 in the morning. So yeah, and we have to be up at 7. So I'm not looking forward to the morning. It's gonna be a long day, and today was like super intense. So yeah, really sad. But I guess that's why I came here. Lesson learnt day 3, drink water. Like, it doesn't matter how worried you are about needing the toilet, you have to drink, because it's quite unhealthy not to drink, as I learnt today. Okay, so we started the day off in Langkut, which was a place where there was, I think that's how I pronounce it by the way, there was this stunning synagogue, and it was amazing, like beautiful, and we did loads of singing and dancing, which was an amazing feeling. And then after that we drove to Zensk, I think that's how you pronounce it as well, like I'm probably going to get all these pronunciations wrong, where we visited like this kind of grave tomb kind of thing of this famous Hasidic rabbi, and we did loads of singing and dancing there too, which was a bit of a fail at times because there wasn't much space, but that felt really amazing as well. And then after that we went to Belzec, which was like this memorial for the death camp that was once in that very spot, that the Germans actually, I think they burnt down the camp to hide the evidence, and you had to walk through this pathway that was between these like piles of rocks, and the walls of the pathway went higher and higher and higher and higher until you got to the end, which was the place where the gas chambers would have been, and it was, yeah, it was really sad, and yeah. Anyway, we're back here now. I'm sharing a room with Lena, and she is showering, so she won't say hi right now. And I need to go to bed. So, bye!